Hey everyone, Chicago Bears Daily here, finally back with another video. It feels so good to be back. Been very busy these past few weeks. You guys don't care about that. There's not been a minute missed of Bears football. So to recap the first 3 weeks of the season, we're 2-1, but we suck. And that's pretty much the recap. Yeah, starting with week 1, I pretty much wrapped it up with my dad. We were down in Florida drinking beers, getting fired up about that monsoon game. That was exciting. What a great way to start the season. And of course, we were set up for failure in week 2. Like always, Sunday night football in Green Bay. I mean, we all knew that our roster wasn't there, and we all let ourselves get our hopes up like the fans that we are. It's every year. And that loss hurt a little bit extra because that was to me at least, that was the moment where we kind of realized it's not all sunshines and rainbows anymore. I mean, I think we should have all expected that we're not going to be going to the Super Bowl. We're not going to be doing anything major this year, but week 2 loss to Green Bay, especially after we're fired up after week 1. Really brought us down to reality, and I think that's the best thing that could be done for us, to be honest. I think that was the most sobering thing that we needed. Um, uh, we, I mean, winning week 2 would have been absolutely electric. I mean, I think our season, we would be 3-0. I mean, the season would go a completely different way. But in terms of like staying realistic about what's happening here and where we're at realistically, you hate to say that you fucking lost, but you lose to your division rivals and that you hear all the shit talk they give you and you want to punch them in the face. Green Bay, fuck Green Bay. But I mean, that's just how it goes. We knew what was gonna happen. And if you didn't know, you know now. So that one hurts a little bit to talk about. I'm just gonna move right on to week 3. This past week here against the Texans. I was at the game. I was in the south end zone, and the first thing that really gave me a worry was when Cole Kmet was streaking across the middle on a deeper slant route. He was wide open. I was in the south end zone, and Fields was throwing toward me, so I was looking at the back of Cole Kmet, and I was getting fired up. I jumped up. Cole Kmet was wide open, and Fields threw behind him by like 3 yards, and I'm sitting here like, oh fuck, because his pocket was pretty clean. He just missed the throw, and that's kind of like, that's something where you're thinking like, oh shit, that's a reason to worry a little bit. And so he threw that pick, and I was feeling pretty good, it's Bears fans tailgating in Soldier Field in the city. You're feeling like excited to go to a game. You're feeling pretty good, especially the Texans. It's whatever. And I was feeling good until that moment. I was sitting down and I said, this is not good. And for the whole rest of the day, I'm going to focus on the quarterback right now, Justin Fields. At least he admitted this fact, but he played like, in his words, he doesn't want to say the A word, but he played like garbage. And it's the closest thing to the truth that I've seen. He really played like shit. And I mean, the conditions were good. The O-line, in my opinion, had their best game of the season. Week 3, I mean, obviously the Texans don't have a very good pass defense, rush defense. So in that case, the O-line should play well. And all this carousel bullshit on the O-line, it's gonna be stopping once Lucas Patrick is fully healthy and can take snaps. So I'm looking forward to that. At least some consistency on the O-line. But man, Justin Fields, I haven't lost faith in him. I mean, we have him for the whole season. So we have him for 17 games. It's only the beginning of the second season of his career. I know plenty of quarterbacks that struggled early in their whole first rookie year and the beginning part of their second year, and new coaching system, new plays, new scheme. You hate to keep giving the guy a pass, and he certainly didn't pass the eye test, but at a certain point, I mean, he's your quarterback. You got to stand by him. You got to hope that you got to hope. And I know we're all sick of hoping because what's hope good for? It's good for if you're a Bears fan, it's good for jack shit the past 10 years. So 20 years, 30 years. Hope is, so at least I will say the run game was electric. I'm hoping Montgomery is okay. From what I know, it's as this video is being made, it is just a lower leg injury, which can be significant. Fortunately, he was able to walk off. They took him in the blue tent, and I was excited to see him go in the blue tent, but I was nervous watching him go to the locker room. He did walk off. I feel like it's more of a precaution thing. How about Khalil Herbert? That was just a great performance by Khalil. Tristan Ebner even had some good runs. Equanimeous St. Brown with the 40-something yard run to start the day off, which was awesome. So I saw an interesting stat today. We are unsurprisingly, the worst pass offense in the league, according to yards, yards to this point. But we're actually second in rushing yards, which is kind of cool. So this kind of gives me a little bit of optimism because our defense, I'm going to start here. I'm going to all around here. So our defense is bend, don't break. It's keeping us in games for the most part. And that's with a shady offense like it is now. That's all you can really ask for a defense. So I would give defense a B minus. And they're playing well. We actually are starting to generate some turnovers. And the special teams, I would say C plus, B minus, B. Right around that range. Where Santos, I thank God for Santos because that's awesome. He's doing his thing. You can't knock him. You can't knock him. He's doing what he's doing. The return game hasn't been great. I really want to see what Velus Jones Jr. comes back what he does when he comes back. I've been looking forward to that all year. I've been saying all summer that he's going to be a stud. But he's been hurt all year, which sucks. And then the offense, I would give it a D minus plus, whatever. I mean, C minus. The run game, it kind of gives us a little save face. We have some studs at running back, but obviously, the quarterback is not there to this point. But that brings me back to the yards per game. I mean, having the worst pass offense in the league according to yards, but also the second best run defense. If we could somehow, now here comes that hope again, right? Here comes that fucking, it never goes away. It never goes away. If we can somehow establish some plays to get the ball moving, I mean, I'll take one good drive at this point, right? I'll take one good drive. And the fact that we're 2-1, that last game against the Texans, everybody around me was cheering. I was sitting in my seat with my hands in my head. That, to me, it was the most, what am I trying to say? That game felt like that's the first time to me that a win truly felt like a loss. Like from the eye test, it was a moral loss. The scoreboard says we won. If I was a Texans fan, I would be sick that we lost. I'd be sick that they lost. I'm sick that we won, to be honest. I mean, we were not deserving of that win, let's be real. I had a feeling that it was something like that was going to happen at the end there. Roquan, I was having doubts about him to start the season, but that was a great game from him. I predict he's going to be a Pro Bowler this year, so I feel like he's going to get paid, but it might be with another team. And if that's the case, then I mean we have this whole new regime here. They're going to pick these guys, but I will say, I kind of want to lose the games that we deserve to lose. I hate squeaking out these wins because that's what we've been doing for the past 20, 30 years. And it's only been leading us to 8-8 mediocrity. And now we have a first-round pick. There's actually some very solid quarterbacks coming out of school. If Fields does continue to struggle all year, I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt, but we have to be smart to look forward. I'm hoping he wasn't drafted by this current regime, so I'm hoping they're not looking at him with rose-colored glasses. And if he is struggling, I mean, he's going to be on his rookie contract for at least one more year after this season. So would it hurt to take another rookie quarterback with let's say we have a top 5 pick next year? Would it hurt to take another rookie quarterback? Absolutely not. And if the guys really like him, then why? Why would we not? So there's hope. There's hope. There's ways, and we also have that. Don't forget, we have 120 million to spend next year. So if Fields actually starts to turn it around a little bit, and you can start seeing these glaring weaknesses, either in that's one thing. If you see these glaring defenses, or you see these glaring weaknesses in the receiver position, or obviously the offensive line position, or the quarterback position, or the you name it. Linebacker, safety seems pretty locked down, so that's cool. But you see these glaring weaknesses, and first of all, you start realizing, like, all right, you have a high draft pick, you have 120 million in the bank. That's what I want these guys to see. This is an evaluation year, and when we're winning games that we like, it doesn't matter if the team is on paper worse than us. If we're winning games that we should not be winning, I want to lose. If we're losing games that we should be winning, to me, I hate to say it because I sound like a broken record. We've been saying it for the past 10, 15 years since Cutler. I hate to say it, but losing for a better pick, especially in a year like this, is not the worst thing. And so I think there's hope. I think there's a few routes we can go here. There are some bright sides. I mean, safety and running back are two of even our secondary. I mean, Jalen Johnson didn't play, which kind of, I will say, was it Vildor? Kendall Vildor, he played pretty well. He forced that interception that Eddie Jackson caught, which was sick. Jaquan Brisker is sick. He's awesome. I'm really hoping Kyler Gordon turns it up. It's his rookie year. There's a lot of pressure on him. There was a lot of pressure, since Jalen Johnson missed the game. But we have glaring weaknesses, and we also have some guys that are bright spots. And obviously, Roquan Smith is one of those as well. So there's options here, and I think should be a little bit, not really optimism about the season, but our outlook as a whole. To be honest, I think it's a good thing that we're getting clowned on social media. I see posts about the Bears being, like the worst offense in the league. What's new? We've had the worst offense in the league for the past 20, 30 years. Finally, we're starting to, people are starting to laugh at us, and now I think that's where things are getting changed. You don't become a better team by being a mediocre team all the time. So if you're getting laughed at, I'm hoping, right? That's the hope, that it starts to kind of get the management to take action. The owners, they don't care. The McCaskies, they don't give a fuck. Everybody's given up on the McCaskies. But we're hoping that Poles comes in and he's like, all right, we're getting laughed at. Fuck this shit. It's like, you'll do that shit right. And obviously this year is the evaluation year. I'm not going to call it a rebuild, because we're not necessarily rebuilding, we're evaluating. This is the year where we come in and we see what works, what doesn't work, everybody's a rookie. Everybody's a rookie on this team, aside for the veterans. But you know what I mean. The rookie, the head coach, the GM, quarterback, I'm still counting as a rookie. He didn't get a full season in. Khalil Herbert, technically a rookie. You know what I mean. Everybody's a first-year guy, offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator. So, it's an evaluation year all around. And Poles, we have to trust Poles, because it all boils down. Draft picks, coaching tree, all of that, the players, everything. So there's hope, there's optimism. This is not going to be our year. We know it. I do not want to see us squeak out bullshit, undeserved wins. I'll say that until I fucking die this season. I want to see us play good football. And if we play good football and we deserve to win, let's win. If we play good football and we lose, then, you get a higher pick next year. That's pretty cool. We'll take it. If you play like shit and you win, what? Come on. And if you play like shit and you lose, well, at least you know. At least you know. At least you played like shit. You know what went wrong. You know who didn't look good. It's all about the eye test. I've been saying that forever. It's all about the eye test. Fields did not pass the eye test. Khalil Herbert, the juice, passed the eye test. And those are just my thoughts on the season so far. I'm going to be trying to make these videos a little more often. Shit's busy, I will say. It seems like it's never slowing down. But if you enjoyed this video, if you have any similar thoughts, or you think I'm completely wrong and I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about as a Bears fan, feel free to comment below, hit that like button, and subscribe. We always appreciate the support. It's always go Bears. As much as I shit talk the Bears, I'm like a ride or die. I've been forever. So it's always go Bears, no matter how much it hurts, which it's only really been pain for the past, excluding 2018, even though 2018 was pain. It's pretty much only been pain my entire life. So, I mean, at this point, we're just trying to switch shit up. So hit that like button, subscribe, comment down below your thoughts, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.